Hi guys, my name is Marry Joana, and I'm a dating, relationship, and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about never message her again. So if there's a girl that you've been talking to, that you've been trying to get interested in you, or perhaps you already dated, or maybe she's even your ex, if she knows how you feel about her, and she knows that you want to be with her, and you've made that clear, perhaps you've asked her out, perhaps if she's broken up with you, tried to get back together with her, or if it's a woman that you are just sort of trying to see and you've maybe asked around, she's friend-zoned you, she knows your intent, she knows that you're interested. So really, there's nothing else you can do because she knows you're interested. So no amount of you messaging her or calling her up or WhatsApping her, Snapchatting her is going to make a difference. Now she knows how you feel. Okay, light? So if you flip the situation around and imagine that a woman was interested in you and was talking to you and messaging you, and you knew she was interested in you, and let's say you liked her back and you had feelings for her and you wanted to be with her as well, you would be agreeing to meet up with her. You would be reciprocating. You may even be messaging her and asking her out and things like that as well. So the fact that this woman in question is not doing that to you shows you everything you need to know. Okay, so especially if you've ever been ghosted by this woman, because it's that quote that's quite famous, which goes something like, no message is also a message. So if you're having to double message, you say, hey, how are you? And then you have to send another one because you don't get a response, that's not a good sign. Right? First of all, you should never double message. That's not a good thing to do. So don't ever do that in the future. If you don't get a response back the first time, leave it, leave her alone, never message her again. But anyway, she knows how you feel. All in all, she knows how you feel. So really the ball now is in her court. Okay? Because more likely than not, she knows how you feel. So you don't want to lose any more respect for yourself. So do the respectful thing and go into no contact and don't message her again. Because the more you message her, the more you contact her, the more you lose respect for yourself, and the more she loses respect for you as well. So it's a good idea to just not do it and to apply no contact. Because no contact will literally tell you all you need to know. Because the way that I talk about the no contact rule is this. Okay, because there's a lot of coaches on here. There's coaches that are specifically about the no contact rule and getting your ex back and things like that. And a lot of them say different things. So some people say, oh, when it comes to no contact, you should just do no contact for a month. Or you should do it for 45 days. Or there's a specific amount of days. For me, when I teach no contact, I tell people to do no contact forever. Okay? Because if someone loves you and cares about you, when you apply no contact and they haven't heard from you in a while, what will happen is they will start to miss you and they'll fear losing you because something will click in their brain after a few days or a few weeks. And they'll think, oh, I haven't heard from them in a while. Why haven't they messaged me? Are they gone? What's going on? And then if they care about you, they will start to fear losing you. And that will make them want to reach out to you because they don't want to lose you. So imagine this situation, right? Imagine that you get a phone call and someone on the phone says to you, and it's someone you don't know, right? And they're like, sorry, you know what? I'm never going to talk to you again. I'm just calling you up to let you know that you're fine. You'd be like, I don't know you. I don't care. Fine, you go. Right? But if someone you loved and cared about, who was really important in your life, called you and said, sorry, I'm never going to talk to you again. Goodbye. You would be like, whoa, wait. What do you mean? What's going on? What can I do? What can I do to help you? Do something about it. You see? So that's how, if this woman in question does have feelings for you, this is what she will do. This is how she will feel once she realizes that you're gone, right? If she cares, she will try and do something. She will try and reach out to you because she'll be in that moment of panic going, wait, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? Okay? But if she doesn't have feelings for you anymore, and if she's glad the breakup happened, or perhaps you weren't together in the first place, and it's just a woman that you've been trying to date, or you've only been on a few dates with, if she feels that if she doesn't feel anything towards you and she doesn't have any feelings for you or any attraction whatsoever, and she's not afraid of losing you, you'll just never hear from her again. Because what no contact does is it tells you exactly where you stand with someone, okay? If they care about you, they come back. If they don't, you never hear from them again, right? Time reveals all in no contact, and it shows you exactly where you stand. So that being said, is that you shouldn't be waiting by the phone. So when you're applying no contact, never be waiting by the phone. Because, like I said, they may never come back. We're not mind readers here. She might not come back, okay? So don't be crossing off the days thinking, okay, it's been 2 weeks, or it's been 18 days since no contact. Where am I at? Is she back yet? I'm gonna keep looking at the phone to see if enough time has gone by and she still loves me, and she still cares about me. She still wants me. No, you don't wanna be doing that. Apply no contact, but also what you should be doing while you're doing no contact with this person is that you should be moving on with your life, okay? It's not a good idea to be living in hope when there could be no hope whatsoever, okay? So it's a good idea then to be getting on with different things in your life that are really important to you. Because obviously, if this woman was a huge part of your life, let's say she was an ex, or even if she wasn't, because I know you can get quite attached to someone from afar too, and it can have the same effect. And it can be quite difficult as well. I know that. I've been through it. I've had that situation happen to me where I really liked a woman who I was never together with her, but I had a huge crush on her. And it took me a while to get over it. It took me years to get over it, right? So that happened when I was a teenager. So I know exactly how that feels, and I can sit with those feelings right now if I really think back onto that time in my life, okay? And I know how it feels. So I know how you can love someone from afar and have a big connection to them from afar, and it can really sting. So I understand that place, right? But what can help you move through this period is if you get yourself some cool goals for yourself, you know, something that you'd really like to achieve. Like perhaps you'd really like to finally get a 6-pack or something. So you hit the gym and you start working towards that. Or you start your own side business because you'd really like to be more, you know, maybe you would like to increase your value as a person and you would like society to see you more worthy or something like that. So you start a side business and you want to become super successful so you can have that pride in yourself. That's something you can totally do. If you want to learn a new language, perhaps that's something you've always wanted to do, and you've got a goal there. You want to go on a trip? Say you really love Japan or something like that. And so you're like, I'm going to book this trip to Japan in a year's time. And during this year, I'm just going to focus on learning Japanese and about the culture and things like that. I'm just going to really plan for this trip, you know, to get set something in the future, like get a goal for yourself that you can aim towards and work towards it. Okay? And that will make you feel a lot better. Now, other things that will make you feel a lot better is if you obviously start meeting new people and start dating new women. And that obviously depends on how much time you may need to get over this person, to get over this woman. So you may need to have a few months, depending on how long you were with them or depending on how long you were sort of like interested in them. So you may need some time, which is fine. Now, you know, because a lot of people can seem like they can get over relationships or can get over people really quickly by going from one relationship to another. But that's not the reality. It takes time to get over someone, okay? So please do give yourself an appropriate amount of time because you are going to have good days, you are going to have bad days, right? So give yourself a bit of grace and allow yourself to not have a great time of it, okay? You don't need to rush to find someone else straight away. Even though it's a great way to get over someone, it's not always the most healthiest thing to do. So do be cautious if you do decide that you're going to go out and start meeting new people. Make sure that you've done some good inner work on yourself to help you get over this past situation, breakup, right? And the way that you can do it is you can write it down. So you can think about, okay, so what didn't I like about this situation? what were there things about them that I didn't like? Okay, what were the things that I did that I didn't like? And basically, how am I going to change these kinds of things in the future? What are the red flags I'm going to look out for when I start dating new women, right? Because maybe there are some characteristics in this woman that you didn't like and some that you did. And you're like, well, I really like it if she did these things. My ideal woman, I'd really like it if she didn't do these things as well. Because basically when you go through like a situationship or a relationship, you discover things about the other person. And some of the things you really do like and some of them you really don't like. And if you were to start afresh, and which you're having to do, you can think about what you would like to, what the qualities and the qualities you like, the qualities you didn't like, and then apply that to when you're dating new women. So you can look out for the things that you do want, and you can look out for the things that you definitely do not want to see anymore in a relationship. So basically a relationship, you got to see it as like a good sort of, in a way, especially once it's over, you can look back at the relationship more as like an experiment or a game. And like, okay, so you can think of like, okay, so how am I going to improve things in the future? So like, it's almost like you've had like a trial period with someone and, you can pick up on like the things that they've done and the things that you liked and the things that you didn't like. And then you can like sort of like work that kind of stuff out on paper and think, okay, so these are the things I like. These are the things I don't like. So, when I go and meet someone new, I'm going to be really skeptical and laid back and going to look out for things I do like and things I didn't like. And if a new woman is displaying the qualities that I don't like, then what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to see that woman anymore because I don't want to find myself in the same relationship. Because if you don't do that inner work and sort of work those things out, get it down on paper, what can happen is you can often end up with the same kind of person. And this is something that happened to me. I remember when I first got out of my first major relationship I talk about this all the time, but the woman that cheated on me. And a lot of you probably know that story if you're viewers that come back again. So more than likely you know that story where I got cheated on. So I started to meet and talk to women who were sort of similar to her. Now, they weren't similar in the fact that they cheated because it never got to that point. We never got into a relationship, but I started to notice that I was dating women who were very similar in personality to my ex. So that kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, why am I attracting these women? Why? What's going on here? And when I started to do the inner work and thinking, okay, like, I definitely don't want to date a woman with that kind of personality anymore. And I want to look for these qualities instead. That's when it became more clear in my brain. And that's when those sort of women started to dissolve. And because I basically put my foot down with myself, like, okay, I can't date women who still act like this, like the woman that I just broke up with. I can't do that, right? So it's really interesting how that works. So anyway, I highly recommend that you do that, okay? And then go and meet someone else, right? And the way that you'll know that you've moved on, okay? And that it's okay to maybe enter something more serious with a new woman is if your feelings have simmered down about that woman. So you don't think about her as much. When you do think about her, it doesn't sting as much. It doesn't hurt as much. So when you start to feel that way, then you'll know that, okay, well, I feel a lot better about her now than I did like a couple of months ago. That's your sign that it's now okay for you to start moving on and talking to new women. So, thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. See you.